Today, we're going to be talking about the American Express Platinum credit card, looking at every single nuance with this credit card, including the statement credits, annual fee, spending categories, and all the small hidden perks that will give you so much more value with this credit card. For the majority of people out there, you might know this as being the cream of the crop of the American Express credit cards, but it's not necessarily the best card for every single person watching this video. So the first thing that people wonder with credit cards is there an annual fee involved? And with the Amex Platinum, there certainly is. The Platinum card is gonna have a hefty fee of $695 to carry it. Now, for a lot of people that don't necessarily want annual fees and don't really understand the trade-off of having annual fees, typically, if you do pay an annual fee, your spending categories are gonna be a bit better, and you're usually gonna see some statement credits involved with the credit card. For the Amex Platinum, this is a premium travel-focused credit card, and we're gonna see a lot of statement credits with the card with upwards of over $1,500 worth of value. And the vast majority of those statement credits are gonna be focused on enhancing your travel experience, whether it be airline credits or other things to help enhance your travel. If you're looking for a better day-to-day credit card, I'd recommend checking out the Amex Gold card, which I'll have a video linked down below in the description. You're gonna have a $200 hotel credit when purchased through the Amex Hotel portal. You're gonna receive a $240 digital entertainment credit each year. This is gonna be broken up into $20 monthly payments throughout the course of the year. And some of the eligible partners that you can use this credit on include ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, Hulu, and Peacock. There's gonna be a $155 Walmart Plus credit distributed out as $12.95 each month. It's gonna be over $500 worth of value when you enroll in Priority Pass Select and make extended stays at American Express Centurion lounges at airports worldwide. You're gonna enjoy $200 worth of Uber Cash broken up into $15 monthly throughout the year and then $20 in December. This can be used on both your Uber rides and for Uber Eats. There's gonna be a $200 airline credit each year when you do use the card for an airline purchase. There's gonna be a $100 credit for Saks Fifth Avenue broken up into two $50 statement credits each year. Finally, there will be a $189 Clear Plus credit. That way you can get through airport security faster and get to those Amex Centurion lounges. Now that is a ton of value packed inside of one credit card. I'd recommend going to the website after this video is done and read through those statements by yourself. That way you truly understand all that's involved and truly see how much is packed inside of this credit card. And another small piece of advice, I'd recommend making sure you don't overspend to hit these statement credits and get use out of them. It can be tempting to, hey, I'm gonna spend here, that way I can take advantage of the statement credit. If it works for you and you can get value out of it, that's great. Don't feel pressured like you absolutely need to though. So that's gonna cover us on the annual fee and the statement credits involved with the credit card. But I now wanna highlight what I think is the weakest part about this credit card, and that's gonna be the spending categories. The Platinum card is gonna be able to earn you 5 times points back on your flights and hotels purchased through the American Express travel portal. You're also gonna be able to earn 1-time points everywhere else. And the reason I don't think that this is great, there's not a lot of everyday spending that will give you points with this credit card. It really is focused on travel, and that's not a knock on the credit card. You can get a ton of value for travel. Unfortunately, there's nothing that's gonna give you a little bit more with dining or maybe some elevated on your groceries. You're just sold on that 5 times for your travel purchases through Amex. Overall though, if you do travel a lot, there's a ton of potential to earn some great points with this credit card. And if you don't travel a lot, I still think you can get a ton of value out of those statement credits. Even for that high annual fee, there's so much value packed into this credit card. Now, the statement credits and the spending categories are the fun, flashy things to talk about. However, there is a lot more value packed into this card with some additional benefits and some smaller hidden value that I do think is worthwhile looking at. First thing I want to draw attention to are the exclusive American Express offers that you will receive with this credit card. This can give you a pop-up for some elevated cash back to maybe earn 10 times points at your next gas purchase or 5 times points back on your next Amazon purchase. Now don't quote me for those being the exact offers that might show up, but it's going to be something in the ballpark that will give you some extra cash back besides the traditional spending categories with the credit card. A few smaller points I want to draw attention to. There's going to be no foreign transaction fees. There's going to be some rental car damage and insurance waivers. You're going to receive some car rental upgrades with some select partners. You're going to have complimentary Hilton Honors Gold status, as well as Marriott Bonvoy Gold Elite status. You're going to have some exclusive Platinum services. You're going to have some fine hotel and resort services, a 24/7 travel hotline in case anything goes wrong when you are traveling. There's going to be some insurances for trip delays and some trip cancellations. And overall, for travelers, I cannot recommend this card enough. There's so many perks. They have you covered for insurances. There's so much value to get out of it, especially if you are an avid traveler. For some perks and benefits for shopping and entertainment, going to be some return protection, purchase protection, and some extended warranties with your credit card. You're going to have some access to some American Express exclusive offers, which will allow you to get some VIP tickets or go to some exclusive entertainment events. You'll also have access to the American Express Preferred Access, which will then give you some pre-ticket sales and some other things focused on entertainment value. Finally, there's going to be some additional services listed on the screen. I'd recommend going to the website yourself to check it out. I'm not going to go through these in detail just for the sake of time in the video, but I always encourage reading up on everything with the card before applying. Another huge perk about this credit card is that it is an American Express credit card. American Express has built one of the best credit card systems out there, hands down. Their points are valued very, very highly when you do go to travel. If you're looking for straight cash back redemption with the American Express points, you can expect around 1 cent per point value, which is very respectable. When you transfer your points out to one of the 21 American Express transfer partners, your value can go from 1 cent per point to upwards of 2.8 cents per point, depending on which website you're looking at. Overall, the average value of each American Express point is around 2 cents per point, which is absolutely awesome, especially if you are looking to travel and can get more value out of it. I do want to highlight a little bit more about those 21 transfer partners. 18 are going to be for flights, 3 of which are going to be for hotels. Of those airline partners, some that really stick out here are Delta, JetBlue, Emirates, and Virgin Atlantic. And for the hotel partners, 3 that really stick out are Marriott Bonvoy, Hilton Honors, and Choice Privileges. There's truly a lot of flexibility and options when you do go to travel and do transfer your points, so I think American Express is one of the best systems for that alone. Now that's going to wrap up all the main points surrounding this credit card, but I do want to highlight some key card comparisons to other similar credit cards on the market, depending on what you were looking for. The first credit card I want to compare the American Express Platinum to is going to be the Capital One Venture X, which is the premium Capital One travel card. The second card I want to compare this card to is the Chase Sapphire Reserve, which is the premium travel card in the Chase system. For the annual fees, we know that the Amex Platinum has a very high annual fee of $695. Your Capital One Venture X is going to have an annual fee of $395, and the Chase Sapphire Reserve is going to have an annual fee of $550. I should also mention there's a Chase Sapphire Preferred, which is the lower tier travel card. Inside of the Chase system, we're talking about the Reserve here, which is the upper tier. Looking at the statement credits offered with each of these credit cards, we saw the American Express Platinum is going to have over $1,500 worth of value packed inside that credit card. The Capital One Venture X is going to have over $400 worth of value every single year. On top of that, you'll also receive another 10,000 Venture X points, which is valued at around $100 for every single year you do hold the credit card. And with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you're going to have a $300 annual travel credit with the card, as well as over $1,000 worth of partner benefits when you do carry the credit card. I want to highlight the spending categories with the card, as I do think the other two offer a bit more than the Platinum card. The Platinum card, we saw you can get those 5 times points back on your prepaid flights and hotels through the American Express portal. The Capital One Venture X is going to give us 10x miles on our hotels and rental cars purchased through Capital One. You're going to receive 5 times miles on your flights purchased through Capital One and 2 times miles on all of your other purchases with the credit card. Finally, the Chase Sapphire Reserve is going to give us 5 times points back on our flights purchased through Chase, 10 times points back on our hotels purchased through Chase. You can earn 3 times points back on your dining purchases, as well as 10 times points back on your Chase purchased dining. Now, all 3 of these cards are going to give you the opportunity to transfer your points out to a transfer partner. American Express has 21 transfer partners, 18 for airlines, 3 for hotels. Capital One is going to have 18 transfer partners, with 15 being for airlines, 3 being for hotels. Chase is going to have 14 transfer partners, with 11 being for airlines and 3 being for hotels. In terms of the value of the points in each respective system, both Amex and Chase are regarded as some of the best point value in the entire credit card market. You can get upwards to 2.8 cents per point when you do transfer out, and the average value of each point is around 2 cents per point inside of each ecosystem. Capital One's not far behind. You can probably stretch those points to similar amounts when you do transfer as well, but the average value is at 1.8 cents per point, which is a little bit less. Still very respectable, but not as much as Amex and Chase. I'll also mention those values are always changing based on different transfer partners and specials and just the overall ecosystems as they do change for each credit card issuer. I'd always recommend reading up before you do transfer points out. That way you can get a little bit more value. And one final nod to the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Out of all three of these cards, it's the only one that will give you a little bit more value when you redeem points for travel. With the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you're gonna get 50% additional value on all the points you redeem for travel. This means if I have 100,000 points valued at $1,000, if I go to redeem it for travel, it'll then be worth 150,000 points or $1,500, which is an extra $500 for travel. As a whole though, I do not think you can go wrong getting the American Express Platinum credit card. Yes, it has a high annual fee. However, there is so much value packed inside of it, especially with those statement credits. If you're not an avid traveler or don't think you get the full amount out of it, be sure to check out some other credit cards like the ones I mentioned. I'll have reviews to those linked down below. But if you're looking to step up your travel game in the next year, I think the Amex Platinum is definitely the card to do so. If you're interested in any other credit card reviews, tips, and tricks videos, be sure to check out my channel. Make sure you go hit like, comment, and subscribe on this video. It really goes a long way in helping me grow the channel. That way I can get more content out to help enhance all of your credit card needs. I greatly appreciate you all watching this long, and I'll see you in the next video.